So every time I pop into an app that has some form of analytics, metrics, or insights, I am reminded how few productivity apps have this. And if a productivity app does offer this, it's usually business focused, something in the enterprise space. And I've even said to myself many times in the past that having some kind of visual analytics in a task management app would be super useful. And being able to keep track of things from such a high level perspective would, in theory, increase efficiency and would empower the user to make better decisions in terms of what to do and how to do it, as well as to better recognize patterns, whether positive or negative. So yeah, let's pick an example. Todoist is a task management app that does offer simple visual metrics that show you how many tasks were completed in a day for the last 7 days, and also how many tasks were completed in a week, and it shows you the last 4 weeks. And believe it or not, Todoist actually used to show you a lot more. There was actually a full page screen that you could go to from that drop-down window, and you actually could see a lot more than what you can see today. So for example, say you wanted to drill down to one specific area of your life or one specific project, you could do that and just look at a visual graph for all the tasks you completed for that given project. But they removed that around, 4, 5, 6 years ago or so. And I emailed them about it, and they said that they would bring it back eventually. I guess they needed to tweak some things, but yeah, still no sign of it. But yeah, I give Todoist a lot of credit for offering this to users in the first place. It may not be their most powerful feature, like their filters, but it's definitely their most empowering feature, and I really wish other apps would follow their lead. Now, Todoist does track how many tasks you complete in a day or a week, but let's take this a step further. Now imagine an app where you could actually customize more than just broad task quotas. And I mean, sure, completing a lot of tasks does maybe suggest that you are being efficient, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're being effective or productive in a high level sense. So yeah, let's just go over a quick thought experiment here. I'll keep it very simple. What if we just took it a little bit further and said, hey, what if we could set different quotas for different projects? Maybe you're in the cinematography field, you're a filmmaker, or maybe you're a creative person, and watching a high quality movie is something that you try to do every week or every month. But what if you end up watching a movie every day for a week? What if you end up watching 7 movies in a week? Should those 7 movies equal the same as 7 other tasks? Does watching a movie equal doing something else? Are all tasks created equal? And that's something that we should start thinking about more and more, not even just in terms of visual analytics, but just in terms of productivity in general and how these task management apps are set up in the first place. Does watching 7 movies in a week equate to running 7 marathons, for example? Or maybe you're trying to avoid burnout with your work tasks, so you set a quota to prevent yourself from overworking or working into the weekend. But as you see here, we could go on and on forever with this, and it really makes me wonder how much more I would be productive if this sort of thing was included in task management apps from the get-go. By letting the user customize their own visual analytics and metrics, it allows them to fine-tune the app for their own needs, and in theory should help them become and hopefully stay more productive. So yeah, that's just a little nugget of an idea for you. I'll definitely go over more in depth on what a system like this would look like in a task management app, but yeah, this is just kind of like a simplified version of what I'm thinking. There's definitely a whole lot more to be explored in the productivity space, especially in task and project management apps. And so I definitely want you to think more about this in your free time. Are there any times you can think of where you are working on a project in a given week or month and you realize, hey, maybe I should have been separating my projects, or maybe I should have been separating certain aspects of this project in a way where I'm completing tasks on a ratio quota basis, where maybe I'm completing this part of it 30% of the month and the other part of it, 40% and so on. But yeah, let me know in the comments below, am I crazy or am I onto something here? Hit me up on Twitter and I'll see you in a future video.